Throughout the years, you have had the nickname Dr. Doom. Are you pessimistic about distributor profitability at this point in time?
Well, technically, I think Dr. Death is better than Dr. Doom, but I will go with Dr. Doom if I can. What's interesting is right now I am more upbeat than I've been in a long time. As everybody who hasn't been living under a rock knows, we've kind of had a recession that wasn't tough. It was brutal. And the recovery's been really slow. And profits have been decimated and are just now beginning to eke back to where they were. And you'd say, well, okay, you're still pessimistic. And the answer is, no, I'm not. While the economy has been negative, it's had the impact it's supposed to have. It's driven a lot of marginal players out of business, okay? It's also caused the surviving firms to look around and take a long, hard look at payroll, like I talked about for the first time. Now, we've made some payroll cuts. Unfortunately, a lot of those cuts were slash and burn, okay, which I don't like. But I think eventually we're going to be able to look back at payroll expense and ask ourselves some questions about, do we need the services that we're providing? Are there some we can get rid of? Are there some people that we don't need who aren't doing some things? It's a painful process. It's a brutal process, and it's payroll driven. But I think it's going to make us a lot stronger financially than we've been. And I'm really optimistic going forward. I think it would be real nice going forward if the economy could get off its duff and give us a tailwind rather than a headwind. However, even if we keep muddling along, I'm still optimistic. I think we've learned how to manage businesses for success with modest sales growth rather than large sales growth. I mean, there was a time when we got to grow by 15% or we can't survive. And right now we're figuring out how to grow by 5% and still be successful. So sales growth kind of become the icing on the cake, not the cake itself. And I think that puts everybody in a much stronger position than they have been in the past. Of course, if you want to make sure everybody's highly profitable, they ought to buy my book, which is available through MDM. Sorry for the sales pitch, Lindsay. I just can't help myself.
That's okay. Well, that's a good way to end it. Thank you for spending time with us today, Al.
My pleasure.